Sawadee ka. It's Natty from the Thaiger. You're watching Thailand Top Stories. If you would like to keep up to date with all the latest news of what's happening around Thailand and the region, make sure to hit that subscribe button for all your weekly updates here at the Thaiger channel.
Choose your trip to your favorite island with 5-Star Marine. Go to 5starmarinephuket.com.
The 19-year-old OnlyFans content creator Nong Nao, along with fellow supporters, are calling for the legalization of sexually explicit videos and adult pleasure toys. Nong Nao, who was arrested on pornography charges last September, sparked a renewed debate on whether pornography should be legalized. OnlyFans is a subscription-based website where content creators can make money off those who subscribe. It's widely known for being used to sell and distribute sexually explicit content and has made some content providers six-figure salaries each month. Under Section 287 of Thailand's Criminal Code, the trade of material considered obscene carries a penalty of up to 3 years in prison and an up to 6,000 baht fine. The group went to Parliament yesterday, lobbying to amend Section 287. The group claimed that the law limited people's rights over their bodies and lives, while adding that the Culture Ministry and the Public Health Ministry could regulate the production and distribution of sexual content and sex toys instead of banning them altogether. Thai media reports that the group needs to gather at least 10,000 signatures to make an official proposal to be considered by Parliament. PM Prayut Chan-o-cha is warning entertainment businesses not to reopen before they are given permission to do so, or they will face legal action. He noted that several venues have already flouted the rules and suffered consequences. While many people have been disappointed over the postponement of the reopening of pubs and entertainment venues from December 1st to January 15th, the PM says the government remains defiant about the decision, stating that public health safety measures would not have been ready in time for them to open safely earlier anyway. Hundreds of videos have been posted over the past week from some of the traditional entertainment hotspots, showing bars and clubs openly flouting the restrictions, with many of the patrons not wearing masks. Still on the matter of the reopening of nightlife entertainment in mid-January of next year, Pattaya's hospitality and entertainment venue operators are stepping up their calls for the lifting of the alcohol ban to bring back tourism in the seaside party town. Around 400 operators of nightlife venues and other related businesses in Pattaya submitted a letter yesterday calling for the easing of COVID-19 restrictions to both the Pattaya mayor and Chonburi municipality. They're demanding the relaxation on the rules of serving alcohol beverages in restaurants, night spot venues, and hotels. The group asked for the restrictions to be eased, just like the 4 provinces where alcoholic drinks can now be served in restaurants. Currently, alcoholic drinks are only allowed in tourist-oriented provinces called the Blue Zones, which comprises Bangkok, Krabi, Phang Nga, and Phuket. But even in Krabi, the governor has overruled the central government and banned the serving of alcohol.
Isn't it time for you to come back to the islands? Phuket is open and it's never looked better. Choose your trip to your favorite island with 5-Star Marine. Go to 5starmarinephuket.com.
The weatherman says there's a weak high-pressure system covering Upper Thailand and the South China Sea, which will bring cooler weather in the north and northeast, along with morning fog. Morning temperatures in the north could get down to 21 and as low as 10 degrees in the hilly areas. Light winds and morning fogs will also be present in Thailand's central areas over the next few days. Down south, along the east and west coast, there is a 60 to 70% chance of thunderstorms with isolated heavy rains. In Bangkok, mostly clear skies and temperatures between 24 to 34 degrees. Regionally, in Myanmar, 16 people, including Myanmar State Councillor Aung San Suu Kyi and ousted President Win Myint, are facing another charge of election fraud. This is the first time since the military takeover on February 1 that action has been taken against members of the commission. Meanwhile, the regime has named only 8 people in the lawsuit and did not say under which section they are suing. The National League for Democracy, led by Aung San Suu Kyi, scored another landslide victory in Myanmar's 2020 general election last November. But the military staged a coup and annulled the election results, citing voter fraud. No evidence has yet been presented to support their claim. Suu Kyi, who is presently detained, has been charged with 11 cases, while President Win Myint has been charged with 2. In the Philippines, President Rodrigo Duterte's 43-year-old daughter, Sara Duterte, is set to run for the vice president post in next year's election. Since Duterte cannot run for president again, he has opted to compete for a seat in the country's Senate in next year's election, ending speculation that he would run for vice president against his own daughter. The latest twist came as Monday's deadline neared for political parties to finalize candidates, keeping voters on the edge with last-minute changes still possible in presidential and vice presidential races. In the Philippines, the president and vice president are elected in separate contests. And Singapore will extend its vaccinated travel lane scheme, the island state's own reopening strategy, to more countries starting at the end of November. The country intends to launch VTLs with India and Indonesia on November 29 and Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and the UAE from December 6. And now for a quick update on the COVID-19 situation here in Thailand. The CCSA has reported 6,524 new cases of COVID-19 with 56 new deaths. According to the latest reports, 7,191 have been released from care within the past 24 hours. And that wraps up the COVID-19 update. For more news on Thailand, go to thetiger.com or check out our evening show, Thailand News Today. Also, don't forget to subscribe.